Welcome back to Cool Clubs Reviews. Today we have got Cobra Forge Tech X.
Yeah, this one was a surprise, wasn't it?
boy.
So relatively traditional looking club, pretty clean looking on the back too. Top line's actually not really that thick or anything. It looks pretty decent actually.
No.
And obviously it's got the weight port because obviously it's a hollow club. But boy, was this thing long.
I mean, looking at it, I could play this super clean, similar. I mean, you look at it quick, and it could be its sister, which is the smaller model. It's
Right.
very similar design. It's got all the right words, tungsten. I know what the power shell is. We sat
Right.
in on that, so we know how much that really does improve that speed. Let's take a look at the numbers, and it's scary.
Yeah, it is. Because this is actually the longest club we've tested so far, obviously. And we've tested some pretty big, ugly looking things, and this is not big or ugly looking. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for a club that looks relatively traditional, which is not big and bulky, and you want distance, I mean, kills it.
Because we don't, because we haven't really dealt with Cobra so much,
Right.
we weren't unsure of what category to put this in. So we put it in the players, which means it just gives it the benefit of the doubt, and we give it both tests, right?
Right.
And we've been trying to scale these. Jared works on these things for us, and we scale them. And I know you guys had a conversation.
Jared came in this morning and said, should we move the scale? Because that was, the center strikes are over the green. I'm like, then we got to go back and move them all to center it and stuff. But I think it kind of shows what it is. It's just a super long golf club that doesn't look like a shovel.
So we're not saying this is bad because it goes over the green or in the rough or anything like that. It's just demonstrating how much longer it is than other clubs that are in this category.
Yeah.
This is the longest iron that we've tested to date. There might be something else that pops up that gets it, but it's crazy long in both categories. It's actually quite linear for the miss hit as well, right?
Yep.
The only downside is stopping power, and of course, when you get a 27-degree 6-iron,
Yeah.
a 7-iron, sorry,
Yeah, it's 7-iron.
What did you expect?
It used to be a strong 6-iron.
Used to be a strong
and that wasn't that
6-iron.
long ago, like 3-4 years ago.
So you can assume that this set, I mean, we'll probably check it out online, but it's going to have a few wedges down the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something to be aware of there as well is, how far
Right.
do you go, how many do you play before you start getting into the wedges? But this thing is a distance monster.
Yeah. The only downside, obviously, the stopping power is not fantastic. But if you're a decent player. But I think this fits a pretty broad range too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot of offset to it. So if if you slice it and whatever, this is probably not the right club. But if you're just 10 handicap to probably 18 or even higher, this is going to go a long way.
I think that range is good. You might sneak a couple of single digits in there
Sure.
that are getting older that want to, desperate for distance.
If they hit the high, right? So you're going to need something to be able to help stopping power.
And what I do like, again, that ability to blend them. This
Right.
would be a 4-iron. If you're struggling to get it high.
I could see playing one of the other forged Cobras and sticking this in as a 4-iron would be awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Cool.
Yep.
Oh, maybe we need to talk about putting this one on the rack as well.
Yeah, we're definitely going to add a couple here and there.